Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to see how to capture a handshake. As I said before, we need a handshake and a wordless in order to try and crack the password of a WPA. Of course, we're going to use a monitor mode Wi-Fi card, so I'm running airmon ng start WLAN 01. So if I can spell it out, it would be great. As you can see, once I run airmon ng start WLAN 0, it should take me to the monitor mode. Let me run iwconfig. Yeah, I'm in the monitor mode with my WLAN 0 mon interface. So I will run aerodump ng. Why? Because aerodump actually takes care of this handshake capturing thing for us. And let me run this and show you how it's done. So as you can see now, I started to gather information once more, and I have Pulp Fiction in here. So I changed the name to be Pulp Fiction WPA, and I use WPA encryption. And it really doesn't matter whether I use WPA or WPA2 because we use the same technique in order to crack those. So let me run airdump ng BSSID thing because I'm going to focus on this specific network here. So I'm going to specify the BSSID, and I'm going to specify the channel as 9, and I'm going to write out these files. Okay, I'm going to say write. I'm going to choose a new file name for me. So let me say handshake, for instance. Okay, handshake file, and I'm going to specify WLAN on mom. And once I hit enter, it starts capturing packets from this specific network. Now I see the clients connected to that network, and I have everything going on. As I explained before, in order to have a handshake within a network, a client, a device, must connect to that network. So every time a device is connected, there is a handshake occurring. Okay? So we can wait until someone connects to that network, or we can de-authenticate them and wait for them to reconnect. If we use a very low de-authentication packet, the client wouldn't even know. So they will get deconnected for a second, and they won't understand something going on in background, and we would capture those handshakes. So let me show you how it works. If I run a new terminal from here, and just if I can choose a one station and de-authenticate it, then I can get my handshake as I want to. So you know how to de-authenticate, right? So maybe you can stop here and do it on your own. Pause the video and try to do it on your own. I hope you managed to get it. You have to run airplay ng and then say --d-alt, and for packets we used 10,000 before, but now I'm going to use something like 5 or 10, and we will just send 5 or 10 d-alt packets, and the client wouldn't even know. Okay? So maybe you remember the rest of the command. You have to specify the MAC address of the router, and we use -a to do that. And remember, A stands for access point. Okay, so access point and the router are the same thing. We can use those terms interchangeably. So all you have to do is just add -a here and copy the BSSID of our router from here. Say double right click and copy, and right click and paste it in here. Then we have to specify which client that we are targeting, and let me just get the first one as an example and say -c to paste this. And then finally I have to specify my WLAN on my interface here and hit enter. As you can see, now I have sent those packets and we got the handshake. It got disconnected and reconnected, and arrow dump and G got this handshake for us. And since we are writing this to a file, now this handshake is written in my .cap file. I can use those .cap file here, handshake 01.cap file, in order to run a dictionary attack against this network. Let's stop here and do this within the next lecture.